Hey guys, Prowl1701 here, and we're going to talk about the Christmas special, Joy to the World. And I enjoyed it for the most part up until about the ending. We'll get to it, but I liked Shooty Gatwa's performance. He felt like he was performing well. I liked the Doctor in this. I liked how full of energy he was. He runs through a gauntlet of emotions I think he handles well. I enjoyed the scene when he meets himself and how that plays out. I like, this is why you're alone. You don't even have any chairs. I don't have any chairs. I like that. I thought he really performed well. I like how they wrote the Doctor for this episode a lot. He kind of has that curiosity, and he does have that charisma to him, which I like. And I enjoyed at the beginning when he's like, I've got my jacket on. Now I'm grabbing the Sonic. What did I see? Ah, the briefcase. I like that. That felt very Doctor. There was another moment, too, where he says something. It's slipping my mind what it was. But it's something he says that was very the Doctor to me. I can't remember what it is, but I just remember when he said it, I'm like, that's such a Doctor thing to say. So I liked that I was enjoying him in this. Joy was fine. I'm going to be honest. I didn't think much of her as a character. I didn't think she was bad. I just thought she was there. I much more liked the woman who ran the hotel. And I've seen her in something else. She looks familiar. Is she in an episode of House? I think she might be in an episode of House. She looks really familiar. I liked her a lot. I like the rapport between her and the Doctor. I like the little bond between them and the year they spend together. I actually really like that. I hope he goes back and visits her. I'd like to see her again. I did like the fact that she got the job with the hotel at the end. I was expecting the Time Hotel to be involved more than what they were, although I kind of caught on early on that they weren't, but I am glad they weren't. I will admit, I like that Stephen Moffat comes up with these outside-the-box ideas. Now, there are times when he can be a little too clever for his own good, but there's also a lot of times I just like his ideas. The idea of a hotel that is figured out time travel and can send you back in time to all these places. And it seems even more advanced than a TARDIS because you just walk through a door. And I like that it does kind of explain why do these hotel rooms have these doors that are locked and never open. I did like the play on that. I did. I really got a kick out of that. It's a neat idea. I didn't really like the idea with the briefcase and the way it kind of takes people over and then disintegrates them. I didn't really care for that. That was uninteresting. I didn't like the Silurian part because I just quite frankly don't like how modern Doctor Who does the Silurians. And there's no reason for it to be a Silurian. He's just there to have a Silurian. And I've always hated what modern Who's done with the Silurians. I don't like their design. I don't like the way they act. Modern Who's just kind of ruined the Silurians, honestly. I mean, Warriors of the Deep wasn't doing them any favors either, but this is just full-blown kind of ruining them in Modern Who for me. I hate the Hungry Earth two-parter, adamantly. But, like I said, that's just a small little thing, not as essential to the plot as I thought it was going to be. I did like the one guy, the kind of security guy that had the little probe like implanted. I liked him. I don't know why the actor playing him was just funny. I wonder if that guy's like really a comedian because he's funny. He was funny. Just his mannerisms and everything were pretty funny. There are some humorous pieces in there. The ending felt a little drawn out, and naturally this episode's a little longer. I didn't actually catch the runtime, but it's longer than a standard episode. The bit at the end with her, I mean, I caught on that he was making her angry on purpose, and I figured it was to override the thing's control, and I did see that that worked. And I guess it was interesting learning her backstory, that she's kind of one of those people that has a lot going on underneath and just kind of puts on a smile for everybody. It was pretty cruel what he said to her, but I get why he was doing it. Kind of like when the Fourth Doctor had to motivate Sarah Jane to get through the crawl vent space and the arc in space. The actress playing Joy, I can't really tell you if she's a good actress or bad. I mean, I guess she was fine. The character was just kind of fine. I felt like she didn't have a lot to do. And then at the end, of course, she kind of self-sacrifices herself. That whole bit at the end, pretty much from when you find her with a glowing thing in her on, just feels boring, honestly. It just feels padded out. It just feels easy to see it's going to happen. She sacrifices herself. I'm like, they have their little talk at the end. The little bit with Ruby was fine. I like the fact that, again, it showed what happened to the girl that worked at the hotel. That was fine. It was short. The bit with it being the North Star from Beth, which I figured out when he was sitting there saying joy to the world, and I saw the star in the sky, I went, oh, God, please tell me they're not going to be corny, campy, and potentially sacrilegious all at the same time. But, of course, Moffat did, because Moffat got a Moffat. And right here at the end, he was a little clever, too clever for his own good. And, of course, it's like Bethlehem, 01, and I'm like, you just potentially ticked off so many people. Oh, it's a bit sacrilegious. And it doesn't really bother me. Other than the fact that it's a bit eye-rolling. It doesn't actually bother me from a religious standpoint. I just think it's eye-rolling. It is campy and just, I don't know. I saw it and I was just like... All the way up to that, though, I was enjoying. I like the incidental music for this episode a lot. I did enjoy the incidental music. I did enjoy the cinematography for it. I thought it was filmed well. I thought the incidental music fit. The special effects looked pretty nice. I liked how it was jumping through all the time frames, especially the bit on the train. But the bit on the train was nice. The special effects for the train looked nice. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it up to the end. The end just, it kind of got boring, and I think it went on a little too long. It became a little predictable. But there's definitely some good concepts in there, and again, I like the Doctor having to spend a year in regular time. Kind of reminds me a little of Matt Smith and The Power of Three when he actually, for just a little bit, like he's trying to kill Tom and he gets so bored. I like the fact, though, that he had like a friend there, someone he could bond with to make it easier for him. It was kind of neat. I don't know, maybe a 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. If the ending was better and wasn't so eye-rolling, I think I'd like it more. But everything up to that I enjoyed. It wasn't a bad episode. It's definitely some neat concepts. Moffat often brings some pretty good ideas to the table. I mean, he does understand really well that the Doctor is a time traveler and plays with that. So there's definitely some fun stuff in here, and I enjoyed it well enough. So, Joy to the World. What did you think of it? Comment down below and let's talk about it. Don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button as well. I also have a Patreon if you would like to support me on that. There is a link to that down there. I want to give a shout out to some of my top tier patrons, Colin Coney, Sam Venning, and Unknown289. I appreciate their support, as I do the support of all of my patrons. I also have a P.O. box as well, if there's anything you'd like to send me to look at and review. A link to my Amazon wishlist is down there. A link to my Amazon UK wishlist is also down there as well. Most importantly, thank you for watching.